You have to work on your craft. No matter who you are, what you are. Don't let whatever people call deformities get in the way of what you want to do in life. You can be anything you want to be. And I think, acting allows me to express myself. Express myself emotionally, physically, and in doing so, I feel like I can be more tender and sensitive towards the opposite sex. Well, one day I was coming back from my homeland. I live up in the hills, and I had I had just gotten back from school. See, I attended Juilliard, and I had many success there. But unfortunately, there weren't too many parts with for guys with three eyes. So I came over here after taking a few acting classes with Uta Hagen, and I was on my way to venture to see my spiritual twin brother Tom Cruise, but didn't make it quite down to California. Stopped in Oregon instead and met this really funny man by the name of Mike Prosser. And he looked at me, and I looked at him, and I looked at him, and I looked at him, and he said, I have the perfect part for you. And I said, how did you know I was an actor? I was kind of thinking to myself it would be kind of cool, to play something, like a part, closer to who I am, like a lover, or I was trying to let that be known to Mike, and but he had informed me that this was a sci-fi slash horror movie, and I'd never done one of those before, and it was a stretch for me. I thought maybe something cool could come out of it, it'd be a way to pick up on chicks, on or off set. I was told that there would be chicks. I thought, with a little bit of makeup, you might be able to get away with it. The makeup process was certainly a lot more tedious than I thought it would be. But I am an actor, a professional actor, that we'll go through that process if it's going to create the illusion of what it's supposed to be. So I had to put on fake dentures. That's scary. I had to put black goo in my mouth, and that was that was gross, but not unlike a time where I got where I kind of screwed up in changing my oil. Kind of similar to that event, but I won't go too into that. What I want to say though is Jeff and Mike are professionals, and it was easy to wear those dentures and various other accoutrements and feel the role. I thought, I'll just go in there, I just stop at 7-Eleven, pick up a Slurpee, drink that, on my way to set, go in there for an hour or two, at the most, be done with my scene, and then sign autographs and go on with my life. But unfortunately, it took a lot longer than that. They only used my arm in one location, and then they used my whole body in the other location. And basically what happened is I got turned into a little doll. And you only see a few shots in the film that are really me, so, I'm probably in the film for about a whole total of 20 seconds for that about 10 hours of work I did. During the rehearsal process, Mike comes up to me, and the DP, Jeff Yarnell, they come up to me, and they had this idea, and they thought, this would be a really good idea, if you went without pupils in your eyes. that would be kind of scary. And I agreed, although I was like kind of resistant of, you know, putting any contacts in my eyes or whatever, and being told it also wasn't in the budget, whatever budget there was. I decided I would just do whatever it took to make the pupils disappear from my eyes. So I took a couple days with a swami, and he was able to help me maneuver my eyes in such a way that I would have no pupil. They haven't come back since. That's been the only difficult part of the process. Yeah.